someone who doesn't know how to skip a meal.
Okay. It's funny to you, huh? I'm passing the phone to someone who got 2 different baby daddies and don't know where they're.
So things took a turn in the video after that girl said that about the baby daddies, and I don't know why people keep playing this game, because it ruins relationships and it ruins friendships. But my focus today is on the girl that was offended by the 2 baby daddies thing. She said, I'm passing the phone to a girl that got 2 baby daddies who are nowhere to be found. Because there's a lot of girls in that situation where they just have crap baby daddies. To those girls, I want to ask you, I'm not like trying to make fun of you or anything. Like, I genuinely want to know, what is your thought process when hooking up with dudes like that? When hooking up with dudes who clearly are not like father material and deciding to keep the baby, because having a baby is like a whole process. It's not like one night you hook up with a dude and then the next day you're pregnant. Okay, it takes days to find out whether you're pregnant or not, and it takes months for the baby to even get there. So your thought process when you're hooking up with a guy, I think when anybody hooks up with anybody, man or woman, you should consider whether they would be a great parent or not. But for the purposes of this video, I'm focusing on women. When you hook up with a guy that you know is not a good person in general, like, maybe that's not why you're hooking up with him, maybe you just thought he was cute, or maybe he made you laugh, whatever. When you're hooking up with a guy that you know is not going to be father material, regardless of how cute he is, what is your thought process when you're thinking, like, what if I get pregnant? Because you knew that you weren't on birth control. You knew that you weren't going to take a plan B. You knew that you weren't wearing protection. So there's definitely a huge chance of you getting pregnant. So much stuff could have been avoided to where you didn't end up pregnant, and you just didn't take any of that into account when sleeping with this person that you knew in the back of your head, you knew they weren't going to be a good father. Like, that girl was offended that her friend said, you got 2 baby daddies and neither one of them are anywhere to be found. But like, in the back of your head, you knew that they weren't going to be good baby daddies. Like I said, it's a long process to having a baby. Like, even when you found out that you were pregnant, it would have taken days for you to find that out. Like, there's so much stuff you could have done to not have the baby. Like, I just don't understand. Like, people say all the time, how come they haven't invented a form of birth control for men? And the answer is always the same, because men would never not take the birth control, because men understand fully that having a baby is basically just a consequence of sex. Like, men are not going to let that happen, because it changes the trajectory. Having a child changes the trajectory of your life. So men would never miss a birth control dosage ever. So humanity would probably come to a screeching halt if men ever got their hands on male birth control, because we've been programmed to think that having a baby is the worst possible consequence of doing the nasty. I don't know I don't know why women haven't been programmed that way. Like, when women get pregnant by anybody, like the greatest boyfriend in the world or the biggest loser baby daddy in the world, they're thinking the same thing. Like, oh, well, this is my life now, I gotta have this baby. Like, what? I'm a parent now, let's just deal with it for the next 18 years. You shouldn't be, that should not be your thought process.